We're Trident Marine Technologies. I'm Joseph.
I'm Justin.
I'm Owen.
I'm Michael.
The global shipping industry moves about 250 million containers every year. Now, to put that in perspective, Port Newark, which is a major local hub, handles about 20,000 containers per day or 7 million containers per year. And each one of these containers is a critical link to the global supply chain. So you'd expect that with ports operating 24/7 and the industry being almost a century old, that every part of this process would be fully optimized. However, most ports still rely on outdated and manual locking systems that create a major bottleneck. So by focusing on the single step in the process, the locking system, we see a massive opportunity for improvement where by reducing the time that it takes to secure each container, we can cut the overall port time and lower the operational costs across the entire supply chain.
So as Joe was speaking about the current loading and unloading process, it still depends on workers manually removing twist locks before a crane can move each container. And even though ports are handling the larger ships and more containers than ever, this part of the process remained mostly unchanged. Currently, there's workers that go to each corner on a container on the bottom and top. They manually unlock the twist locks or lock them. This takes around 25 seconds. And this is flawed because each crane has to wait on a manual step before it can keep working. And as a result, unloading takes longer, berth time increases, and overall throughput is limited.
Our solution comes in the form of a comprehensive product ecosystem designed to work alongside current systems. Our revised container design, featuring mechanical linkages in the corner castings, provides a relationship between the top and bottom of all four corners of our proprietary containers. Working within that framework is an all-new twist lock, in which the top and bottom lock pins are allowed to spin freely of one another, unlike all existing designs. With these two designs working in conjunction, we are able to semi-automatically unlock the bottom of any container the spreader crane is interacting with. This solution allows us to leverage existing sources of automation to expand efficiency. All in all, this solution reduces the current time committed to just 5 seconds per container, saving about 9 hours of labor per day in just our Port Newark example.
With 50 million containers in the world today, and that number expecting to double by 2040, we're looking to position ourselves in the market with our competitive time-saving advantage. By 2030, we expect to sell 10,000 units, and these cost $3,000 to manufacture, and we are selling them at $8,000 per unit. This ends us with a $50 million gross profit margin by 2030, and looking beyond that, we expand significantly into regional markets outside of the United States, and we expect this to grow significantly. Thank you, everyone, for listening to our pitch.